Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video, Realme Malaysia has something really interesting, and that is actually the GT3 240 watts. Now if you found this phone familiar, well, you're not wrong, and that's because this device was actually announced back at MWC 2023 in February. Having said so, the Realme GT3 is still worth every bit of your attention, as it is a super solid phone that offers not just the world's fastest 240 watt flash charge, it's also the only smartphone in Malaysia to offer 1TB of storage under 3,000 ringgit. And I must say that the unique pulse interface design on the back is still something you don't see very often on other phones. So anyways, let's find out what this device is all about and see if it's the device for you. Now first and foremost, we should talk a bit about the elephant in the room. Well, the reason why it has the 240 watt moniker in its name is because it does support that 240 watt super VOOC charging. And let me throw you guys some numbers. So basically the phone itself can do 0 to 100% in just 9.5 minutes. So that's under 10 minutes, and if you really want to count the seconds guys, an 80-second charge will bring the device up to 20%, so it's really crazy quick. It even comes with a 12A cable in the box, which is probably the fastest charging cable I've ever seen in the box itself. So again, very interesting fast charge on this device here. Now just in case you're concerned about a fast charge, is it safe to charge that quickly? And how long will the battery last if you keep charging it that quickly? Well, basically Realme has also done a couple of tests for that. So SGS has actually certified the fast charging to be safe, and Realme has actually put the battery through 1,600 charge cycles. And if you just do the math guys, if you're just charging your device once per day, that really adds up to about 4.5 years, and you can still be able to use the battery at a capacity of 80%. So it kind of still makes sense. Of course, I have not used the phone for 4 years, but based on the lab test so far, everything is looking like Realme has really put a lot of thought into that fast charge. So that's that. In terms of the performance, what can you expect from the Realme GT3 240 watt? Well, this device here is being powered by the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. It does come with 16GB of LPDDR5X RAM, that means again one of the faster ones, and you can expand it by an additional 12GB using the virtual RAM. Now in terms of your storage, again this is a 1TB device guys, so a lot of storage in this Realme GT3 240 watts. For this price point, it is the most affordable 1TB phone here in Malaysia, so something to note about that. Other than that, it also comes with a huge stainless steel vapor chamber to ensure that everything remains cool. It also comes with Realme's GT Mode 4.0, and the fun fact here is I actually noticed that when playing games like Mobile Legends, the game itself is actually optimized to run at the highest graphic levels as well as the highest frame rate, so you can enjoy a very smooth gaming process on games like Mobile Legends. So you can also expect games like PUBG, COD, as well as Genshin Impact to run very smoothly on this device, but yeah, just thought I should mention that out there. Now of course the phone itself is actually very much focused on gaming, and this actually leads us to the display at the front. Now what we have here is actually a 1.5K flat display, so for all those gamers out there, you don't have to worry about the curves on the sides. It also supports up to 1500Hz touch sampling rate, that means everything is going to be very sensitive on the display itself, especially when you're gaming, your responses will be very quick. And it also comes with that 144Hz AMOLED display, which again is super smooth to operate. It doesn't mean just in your games, your daily use, everything, social media is going to be super quick, very fluid, but like I said, it's an AMOLED display, so you have those very deep blacks and very vivid colors. Now moving on, what else is cool about this device? Well, we have to touch a bit on the design. Now I do have two colorways with me. One is this purple, I also have the white. Well, I would say that it really depends on your personal preference which color you prefer, but they both come with a very nice sort of like transparent panel on the top right corner where you can sort of see the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 chipset. Of course, it's not the actual chipset, it is like sort of a sticker if I'm not mistaken. Other than that, something that really stands out here is actually the RGB pulse light on the top right corner. I think it's actually quite interesting here because this kind of like subtle kind of like LED lights don't really appear on a lot of phones, and it's good that it's here because you can actually customize it to show different kinds of colors as well as patterns for your notifications, your calls, as well as when you're playing games, GT mode and all that. Yeah, you can actually customize that, the RGB pulse light at the back. So pretty cool stuff there. Now in terms of the cameras at the back, what we do have here is actually a 50MP Sony IMX890 that also comes with OIS. So it doesn't matter if you're just taking photos during the day or even at night, or if you are just taking a couple of videos, everything will be smooth. It will be much easier to shoot, and I noticed that it was actually fairly quick on this device. Other than that, we also have an ultra wide as well as a macro lens, but yeah, you have those triple camera setup at the back. Alright guys, so that's pretty much what you can expect with the Realme GT3 240 watts. Again, just to list a couple of key highlight features if you're looking for something that charges up very quickly one of the fastest charging phones in the world. And if you want that 1TB storage as well as the 144Hz flat display that's great for gaming, I think you might want to check out the realme GT3 240W when it lands here in Malaysia. I'll put in the pricing details down in the description box below. And if you have any further questions, yeah, feel free to drop a comment as well. I'll try my best to help you out. Thank you for watching all the way to the end, and see you guys in the next one. Take care and stay safe. Bye bye.